Also on our panel today, we have Scott Becker with Cumberland Poultry. And Scott, I'd just like you, if you could introduce yourself, your name, your title, and how long you've been with Cumberland.
Hey, thanks. Yeah, my name's Scott Becker. I'm the director of poultry sales for Cumberland. I've been with Agco Grain and Protein for 13 years and currently based out of Central Illinois.
As you're out in the industry, what are some of the things that you're hearing from growers related to the challenges that they deal with related just to generalized poultry production, but even labor?
Poultry production is no different than any other small business, right? Finding quality, good help, and actually even just sometimes just help, it can be a challenge. So anything we can do to make that job easier or raise the level of performance of a management staff is well welcome to them.
What are some of the ways that an edge controller can help producers overcome some of the challenges you just mentioned?
I think one of the great features of the edge controller that can help improve an employee's management of the building is scenarios where we can program multiple scenarios into one button. So the lights start to come on, fans turn on, all those kinds of activities happen all with one switch versus relying on that employee to remember to make to hit all those switches and buttons whenever they walk into a facility. So it makes it a lot easier on them. Easier on them means it's more likely to get done.
Scott, would you mind commenting on why data is so important in poultry production today?
Poultry production is a game of fractions, right? Every tenth of a point of feed conversion adds up. Every day of gain adds up. Every reduction of electricity or improvement in the environment all adds up very quickly when you look at the number of birds and the number of flocks that our producer runs through in a year. So the more access we've got to data, the better information we've got, the more tweaks we can make to the environment and to the chicken house itself, moves that producer a little bit further along the production line and gets him going where he wants to be and hopefully earning some of the premiums that are out there with some of the integrators.
Scott, we know there's a shortage of people in the industry today that really want to work in production agriculture. How can technology make poultry production easier and maybe create a working environment where we're going to be able to attract more, maybe even younger adults into production agriculture?
Well, I think from a technology standpoint, one of the things that's allowed agriculture in all aspects to go to where we have 20% of the population working on farms to less than 2% by utilizing technology to improve our capabilities. So if we use technologies like Edge, where it may allow where in the past a manager could run one house, now he may be able to run 4 or 8 or even more because he has fewer operations to perform while he's doing his daily work.
As Derek was talking, he mentioned benchmarking is really important to his operation. And how do controllers like Edge help a grower benchmark their operation?
Benchmarking is definitely important. You're comparing yourself to, or comparing one house to another, and seeing what may be different in one environment versus the other, and you can improve the one that is underperforming. So Edge allows us to collect data from each individual house and understand what's going on in each of those locations, and if we're getting better performance out of a house that's got a little bit more airflow, then maybe we can make that adjustment to the other houses and get similar type performances.
As you look to the future, how will technology continue to evolve and help poultry producers become better managers and more efficient producers?
I think if we look at what technology's done over the past couple of decades, I think there's really a whole lot of possibilities going into the future. We're not that far from not having computerized controls So the technology is there to really collect a lot of information and a lot of details and tens of thousands of points of data, and taking that technology and examining it and understanding it and automating it into making adjustments in the facility so we've got a better environment for the bird, which is going to help with production and get producers premiums, as well as improved throughput and more profitability.
Products are only part of the solution. I mean, what about the people Cumberland employs? I mean, how do they help support poultry growers?
The quality of the company you're dealing with, the quality of people they have on their staff that can support you is critical, and not to mention the quality of the dealer organization. All these folks are there to work with the producers and the integrators to make sure that the controls and programs are doing the things that they want them to do. If you're in a scenario right now where you've got tens of thousands of birds that are in each one of these houses that rely on that controller to eat, to see, to breathe. So making sure that you've got all your all the people there that you need to help you is absolutely critical. And I think that, that's one of the benefits of edge.com is we can remote into a lot of these displays and understand what's going on and make some recommendations without even having to go out to the facility.
I mean, what advice would you give a poultry producer who may be considering purchasing and installing a controller? I mean, what should they be looking for, and what should they be evaluating in their decision-making process?
I think, there's a number of factors, right? I think the first and foremost is the company you're dealing with, right? That they're there to support you, that the dealer organization is there to support you. But also is, what will the control do? What functions will it do? Can you program multiple things into one switch like you can with scenarios? Can you, does it read all the third-party sensors that you may already have in a facility? Does it communicate with one house to the next, or do you need multiple controllers for each, or one or more controllers for each house? So I think a lot of those things go into it, and I think really the best thing they can do is sit down with the equipment dealer that they trust and walk through what their requirements are and understand what needs to happen to get them there. And then I think also too, you want to look to the company of the future, somebody that's going to continue to innovate and make changes and provide more opportunities in the future.